Hello guys, TWC Coaster here. I'm getting everything ready for today. This one's still gonna be hooked up to that one, but this one down here, I need to get it ready for a day of some severe weather, guys. SQL mode, NWR same. Put that mouse right there. Put that right there. Now, guys, what I have to do is time to get my super duper long cable, and we have this PDS tornado watch. It's a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch, which means that conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. And most of the tornado watches, only 5% of the watches every year are PDS. So what they're trying to say is these type of watches are rare, and they sure are rare. And I may even be able to bring the cord over here. Yeah, I'll be able to do that. Put that right there. Get my thing right here, and I will. Now I've already got the weather channel turned on. I recorded a local on the 8th, so I need to actually grab my phone right here real quick, guys, and pull my SD card out, which is what it records to. You know what, I'll just keep my phone right here. And so that phone's cutting on. Now I am going to be monitoring and I don't know whenever those get saved. But okay, so that phone is cut on. So now I'll be right back because I have to cut on my mobile hotspot. Okay guys, I am back. But yeah, a particularly dangerous situation, tornado watch, is in effect. Let me. Wait, what? The power plug came unplugged. That computer from the monitor. So I need to plug that back in. So, oh my. It is crazy, guys, right now. Here in the Weather Center. Favorites, retrieving favorites, Little Rock area. Let me take that full blast. So that cable is running all the way from that computer. And there goes the graphics card again. Guys, my graphics card is messing up. I was able to get it to work, but it is messing up now. It's got lines on it, and I don't think it's, and I think it's the computer, and the computer has just blue screen for, because the and all that I have to do is press them once and it cuts off. So that So I'll be right back. Mom. Mom. I'm being serious. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, but that Dale is old. And that graphics card is probably older than here. And I cleaned this up with Dale and it looked like I need to buy a new graphics card. And I'm saving up money. It wasn't me. It kept blue screening, and then the graphics card started messing up. So I'll have to buy a new one. Okay, guys. So it looks like, hold on, I need to, there's that, let me hit the X on there. So that computer is right now unusable, and let me see, y'all haven't said anything yet. So at least, and
tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather,
including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds, and enclose the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, broadcast radio and television networks, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Repeating.
This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WXJ55 in Little Rock, originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in North Little Rock. The National Weather Service forecast for Central Arkansas wind advisory in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening for portions of the listening cloudy, windy, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Locally heavy rainfall possible. Highs in the upper 70s. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour in the morning. Increase.
Alright guys, so the watch, it goes all the way down from Shreveport, and it includes Tyler, Texas, guys. Dallas, Fort Worth area are also in it. I don't know which one I should monitor. Should I monitor two? But I can't monitor two because I don't have two computers right now. I don't know. Should I monitor Little Rock, or should I monitor Tyler, Texas, NOAA Weather Radio? Guys, I'm gonna leave that up to you. If my mom will shut up, or I'm joking, if she would quiet down a little bit, please. But we see a lot of lightning in these cells. Again, particularly dangerous situation. I made a previous video about that. I need to also upload a local on the 8th. But the National Weather Service, or not the National Weather Service, the Storms Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma has issued a tornado watch, and it's a particularly dangerous situation. And we've already had one tornado warning of the day. I actually monitor Little Rock NOAA Weather Radio, since y'all are not giving me any ideas of which one to monitor. So I guess I'll just monitor the one that I'm already monitoring. But let me see here. Let me open Sieti. Because if I don't have that open, why do I have that plugged in? So let me up that to 70. Let me drop down that to 200. Let me pull that back. Let me pull that up to 600. Let me make sure that's actually working. Today's the 13th, right? Yes, the 13th. So, let's see here. Yeah, why are y'all not giving me any ideas? I see that 2 people are watching, and y'all ain't giving me ideas.
Jefferson, Lone Oak, Harry, Pope.
Okay, so that's working how it's supposed to be. So let me now close that out. Let me pull the. Let me start the radar scan going, and we've got sales that are already producing lightning. I'm gonna go over to if I can find the charter remote, the weather channel.
But again, we're in a ditch. We're in this field, and we're in advance of the storms. The humidity, by the way, is very high. Dew points, we're talking up into the 60s and 70s. The atmosphere is like a sponge, and it's completely full. So there is a lot of moisture fueling the storms. On top of that, we have a dry line. When you look at the dew points off to the west, they drop significantly behind the front. So that drier air is forcing that air. Of course, humid air is more buoyant. It lifts. And that's also aiding in the progression of these storms. So this is what's going to enhance the storms, especially now that we're getting into the late afternoon. Keep in mind, it's 3:30 local time here in Texarkana, and this is going to be the concern. Now, these individual thunderstorms, these are kind of the preview out ahead of the main event, which is still back off to our west. We're going to continue to kind of keep you up to date with the latest here from Texarkana and the area around. Keep in mind, a tornado watch is in effect through 10.
You know what? I'm going to try and cut that Dale back, or is it going to? And the graphics card goes out again. So, I think, yeah, that graphics card is out. And, we got multiple cells that have severe thunderstorm warnings on them at the moment, guys. So, we have a severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued. I'll read the watches out. But first, the warnings that are imminent or occurring. Right here, the National Weather Service in Omaha has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Pottawatomie County and southwestern Iowa, eastern Shelby County and southwestern Iowa until 4 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 3:26 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 5 miles southwest of Avoca, or 19 miles west of Atlantic, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, $half size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, damage to vehicles is expected. Locations impacted include, and I'm going to only read 3, Rose State Park, Botna Bend Park, and Elkhorn Creek Recreation Area. This includes the following highways: Highway 59 in Iowa between mile markers 61 and 73, Interstate 80 in Iowa between mile markers 37 and 48. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 9 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time for southwestern Iowa. And this doesn't say it in here, but I'm going to put it in there. Severe thunderstorms can produce all different types of weather, including large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes. To protect your life and property, move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a building, because that still can produce a tornado. Even though it doesn't say tornado possible. I'm just trying to get the local on the 8s done for y'all. Publish. There you go. So that's done. But a tornado watch does remain in effect. But I'm worried about, and we've got tons of other warnings, guys, and they just keep stacking up. Let me also open a new tab here and go to the Storms Prediction Center products. And tomorrow, guys, guess what? Or not tomorrow, but on Thursday, or not Sunday, possible severe weather outbreak for me. The particularly dangerous situation tornado watch is Tornado Watch number 40, like I anticipated it. This does include Tyler, Texas. Tornadoes are high. EF2 plus tornadoes are high. Severe wind high. 65 miles per hour wind is high. Severe hail is high. And 2-inch hail is moderate. And this is a particularly dangerous situation. We've only seen 2 of these this year. And the greatest threat for tornadoes is in this area going to mid-April and late April, where the greatest threat for it is in Oklahoma, but you can still get it out in here. Little Rock, you need to be on alert for rapidly changing weather conditions unless for later statements and possible warnings. Now, I am going to actually open another radar and put that down to the Shreveport because I want to monitor their radar. It's not like OAX issues. Where's OAX? Brand new tornado warning has just came into here. OAX. Guys, so a brand new tornado warning just issued. That's up in Iowa. So let me, if I can go up there, and I'll be able to read the message out to you, but I'm not going to be able to go to the thing because I'm not going to monitor down there today, just because that's not where particularly dangerous situations are. The National Weather Service in Omaha has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Mills County and southwestern Iowa, southeastern Pottawatomie County and southwestern Iowa until 4 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 3:38 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near McDonough, or 26 miles southwest of Atlantic, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado and golf ball size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Carson around 3:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Oakland around 3:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Old Town Park, Forum Creek Public Wildlife Area, and Henderson. This includes Highway 59 in Iowa between mile markers 41 and 52, and near mile marker 58. Precautionary preparedness actions: take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a third building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. And I can't go to the radar site, but we got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. And if I can click on it and the radars that I'm in, I'll read it to you. The National Weather Service in Tulsa has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Crawford County in northwestern Arkansas, northwestern Sebastian County in west central Arkansas, eastern Sequoia County in east central Oklahoma, northeastern Leflore County in southeastern Oklahoma until 4:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 3:40 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Oklahoma, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard: golf ball size hail and 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source: radar indicated. Impact: people and animals outdoors will be injured. Expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations in or near the path include Fort Smith, Cedarville, and Chester. This includes the following highways: Interstate 40 in Arkansas between mile markers 0 and 15. Interstate 40 in Oklahoma between mile markers 316 and 328. Interstate 540 or 540 between mile markers 1 and 14. Interstate 49 between mile markers 22 and 40. Precautionary preparedness actions for your protection. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 10 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time for northwestern and west central Arkansas and southeastern and east central Oklahoma. And it says tornado is possible with that. So, and we have mesoscale discussion in, or not mesoscale, but meso detection in that cell. Let's go over to the base velocity. I see bright greens, so that could be our third tornado warning of the day. Again, we do still have this tornado warning that is in Arkansas. But I can see the active warnings. 4 of them are expected to expire in 2 minutes. But let me click there. We got some lightning now. And I continue to watch these cells as they lift northward. Seattle is open. It's ready to go if an alert comes through. I believe the chat is working.
And you've been compromised. Who do we...
But if not, if it's not working for you, just PM me on Discord and tell me. But it should be working. Let me get the stuff needed, or let me get some stuff back in where they're supposed to go, because I do need to clean up my room. I do need to set up some more stuff from last night, from me doing some stuff. Let me just put that in the case. And let me just put that right there. But we do have this active tornado warning that still remains in effect. So let me go to the warnings. And this goes to Mills and part of Watermead County in southwestern Iowa. And that does go until 4 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time. So 15 more minutes on that. And that is... radar is indicating rotation on that sail. That is, that looks like it's going to produce a tornado. But it may not produce a tornado. It may. You never know. So, you know what? I'll just put that right there. I did not expect storms to fire up this early. I was thinking about 5 or 6 to 7 Eastern time is where we started seeing severe storms. I was wrong. We already see this particularly dangerous situation, tornado watch. I was already knowing that that was probably going to be an issue. And we got a lot of storms right now. I'm waiting for that video to finish uploading. That's probably what's taking some speed stuff, because when it has to upload, it takes CPU stuff. Local on 8s are about to come on, and I didn't really pay attention on them. Whenever I pay attention to, whenever I'm recording, I don't pay attention to the forecast. So yeah, but I'm just setting some stuff up right now. OAX updates the tornado warning. So let me go into here. The tornado warning for northeastern Mills County is canceled. The tornadic thunderstorm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A tornado watch remains in effect until 9 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time for southwestern Iowa. A tornado warning remains in effect until 4 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time for southeastern Pottawatomie County. At 3:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Carson, or 22 miles southwest of Atlantic, moving northeast at 45 miles or 40 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado and golf ball size hail. Source: radar indicated rotation. Impact: flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Carson around 3:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Oakland around 3:55 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Farm Creek Public Wildlife Area. This includes Highway 59 in Iowa between mile markers 44 and 52 and near mile marker 58. Precautionary preparedness actions: take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Now, I don't know if we've captured any alerts. We haven't. Good news. Shreveport area. The Shreveport area is in a particularly dangerous situation. Now, if you don't know the difference between a particularly dangerous situation, a tornado watch, let's see here. Do I have it all? Show. Yeah, it's not showing anything. But my weather group, my weather group on YouTube, TSA issues tornado warning for. Okay, so we've got a, and it's on that sale near, or it's right over Fort Smith. So y'all people in Fort Smith need to be taking cover now. I'll read the message. The National Weather Service in Tulsa has issued a tornado warning for northwestern Franklin County and west central Arkansas, Crawford County and northwestern Arkansas, northwestern Sebastian County and west central Arkansas, east central Sequoia County and south and east central Oklahoma until 4:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 3:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time, let's see here. At 3:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm with strong low-level rotation that could produce a tornado at any time was located near Van Buren, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado and golf ball size hail. Source: radar indicated rotation. Impact: flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations in and near the path include Fort Smith, Cedarville, and Lake Fort Smith. And I'm only reading 3 of those. This includes the following highways: Interstate 40 in Arkansas between mile markers 0 and 21. Interstate 40 in Oklahoma between mile markers 322 and 328. Interstate 540 between mile markers 1 and 13. Interstate 49 between mile markers 22 and 40. Precautionary preparedness actions: take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. OAX expires severe thunderstorm warning for Pottawatomie counties. So let's see here. So it looks like they may allow it to expire. I'm waiting for the update to come in on here. But I can't believe that tornado warning says with low level strong rotation, which means that it's probably 0.5 rotation, and I can see that rotation. I can see strong greens, strong reds, and it could be rotating, or it is rotating. So that storm is getting it. Here you go. The tornado warning for southeastern Pottawatomie County will expire at 4:00 p.m. Central Daylight Time. The tornado threat has diminished and the tornado warning has been canceled. However, large hail and damaging winds will remain likely, and a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for the area. A tornado watch remains in effect until 9:00 p.m. Central Daylight Time for southwestern Iowa. Now let me get in closer to this storm right here. It had a mezzo. I don't see any rotation on it, but it's in that storm where you can see rain is starting to come like that, which means that the storm is rotating pretty good. So y'all need to be taking shelter immediately if y'all live that. We got a mezzo now of 9. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Tulsa, Oklahoma. Y'all need to be taking precautions. And look on IW or KIWX. Yeah. Wait. That is the that's what I call the radar site acting up a little bit, because there's no possible mezzo on that.
In the morning, then.
So we continue to see cells develop. I'm going to actually I'm not going to go offline, but I just have to. I need to clean up my room a little bit, or get some stuff set up because it's not that easy to maintain your severe weather stuff and do other stuff at the same time, but I have to do that. I see we only have one tornado warning, that does include Fort Smith, Arkansas. So y'all need to be taking shelter immediately. I'm looking at the storm from KLZK to try and get a better look on this sail. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning, but I'm not worried about those. I'm only worried about these tornado warnings that remain in effect. Let's see here. Let me go back over to the velocity scans. It looks like it weakens each scan, but we still got that mezzo of 9. So we're going to be keeping on all of this. Nothing yet from the No Weather Radio out of Little Rock, so we should, hopefully we're doing good there. You know what? I'm actually I can actually do playback if I can get TSA updates tornado warning. So I'm waiting for that update right here. Okay, the tornado warning for what? What? Just get. Thank you. Okay, guys, the tornado warning for northwestern Sebastian, East Central Sikiwa counties is canceled. It's moved out of the warned area. That still has strong low-level rotation that could produce a tornado at any time near Van Burden. So, we're seeing this, and oh, my phone's at 15% charge. So let me just plug that in. Good. I feel pretty confident. Yes, and I turned it in. But, strong low-level rotation is, being indicated by the radar. So, we may be seeing a reported tornado with this. My server is in red mode. Going to try and oh, why did I close this cord out? I didn't close it all the way out and just closed the so a Skywarn activation has been needed, so they're now toning stuff about that. And ever since this new update of Windows 10, it has a bug in it, and I think that's why stuff may be slow to start and stuff like that. But they've seen that, and it looks like, really, what in the world is happening? This bug. But I don't really know what's happening to my audio. And let me make sure that's plugged in there. The audio was working this morning. And it worked a while ago, so this bug is not I hate this bug, so at least I know that isn't the problem. Control panel. I'm going to go to sound, and I'm going to go to recording, right click the microphone, and hit properties, listen to it.
Weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WXJ55 in Little Rock, originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in North Little Rock. The National Weather Service forecast for Central Arkansas wind advisory in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening for portions of the listening area. Today, cloudy, windy, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Locally heavy rainfall possible. Highs in the upper 70s. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour in the morning, increasing to 15 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon. The chance of rain 50%. Due to ongoing hazardous weather, the weather radio broadcast cycle has been shortened. Here are the latest weather conditions at 3 p.m. at Little Rock. Light rain
was falling. Yeah, it's probably having to buffer. Yeah, it's having to buffer.
falling. The temperature was 75 degrees. At North Little Rock, the temperature was 73, dew point 67, humidity 80. The wind was south at 13 miles an hour, gusting to 21. The barometer was 29.69 inches and falling. Watch continues for a portion of southeast Arkansas, including the following areas: Arkansas, Bradley, Deshay, Drew, and Lincoln. From 6 p.m. this evening through late tonight, thunderstorms, capable of producing heavy rainfall, are expected to affect the region overnight. 2 to 4 inches of rainfall are possible during the overnight hours. This heavy rainfall will contribute to a flooding potential overnight. A flash flood watch means that conditions may develop that led to flash flooding. Flash flooding is a very dangerous situation. You should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued. A weather advisory is in effect for the following counties in Arkansas, Jefferson, Lone Oak, Prairie, and White. Wind advisory in effect from noon today to 10 p.m. this evening. The National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a wind advisory, which is in effect from noon today to 10 p.m. this evening. Areas affected: much of the Mississippi River Delta in eastern Arkansas. Timing: this afternoon and evening. Winds: sustained winds will range from 25 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Impacts: strong crosswinds will make driving difficult, especially for municipalities will be susceptible to high winds. Tree damage may occur. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 40, effective until 10 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Arkansas: Cleburne, Conway, Faulkner, Garland, Grant, Hot Spring, Jefferson, Lone Oak, Perry, Pope, P.O., P.E., Prairie, Pulaski, Saline, Van Buren, white and yellow. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. This is NOAA weather radio station WXJ55 in Little Rock, originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in North Little Rock. The National Weather Service forecast for Central until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening for portions of the listening area. Today, cloudy, windy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. Locally heavy rainfall possible. Highs in the upper 70s. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour in the morning, increasing to 15 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon. The chance of rain 50%. Due to ongoing hazardous weather, the weather radio broadcast cycle has been shortened. Here are the latest weather conditions at 3 p.m. At Little Rock. Light rain was falling. The temperature was 75 degrees. At North Little Rock, the temperature was 73, dew point 67, humidity 80. The wind was south at 13 miles an hour, gusting to 21. The barometer was 29.69 inches and falling. The flash flood watch continues for a portion of southeast Arkansas, including the following areas: Arkansas, Bradley, Deshay, Drew, and Lincoln. From 6 p.m. this evening through late tonight, thunderstorms, capable of producing heavy rainfall, are expected to affect the region overnight. 2 to 4 inches of rainfall are possible during the overnight hours. This heavy rainfall will contribute to a flooding. A flash flood watch means that conditions may develop that led to flash flooding. Flash flooding is a very dangerous situation. You should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued. A weather advisory is in effect for the following counties in Arkansas, Jefferson, Lone Oak, Prairie, and White. Wind advisory in effect from noon today to 10 p.m. this evening. The National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a wind advisory, which is in effect from noon today to 10 p.m. this evening. Areas affected: the River Delta in eastern Arkansas. Timing: this afternoon and evening. Winds: sustained winds will range from 25 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Impacts: strong crosswinds will make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Loose patio furniture or other outdoor objects will be susceptible to high winds. Tree damage may occur. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 40, effective until 10 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Arkansas: Cleburne, Conway, Faulkner, Garland, Grant, Hot Spring, Jefferson, Lone Oak, Harry, Pope, P. O. P. Lasky, Selene. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. This is NOAA weather radio station WXJ55 in Little Rock, originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in North Little Rock. The National Weather Service forecast for Central Arkansas in advisory in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening for portions of the listening area. Today, cloudy, windy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. Locally heavy rainfall possible. Highs in the upper 70s. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour in the morning, increasing to 15 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon. The chance of rain 50%. Due to ongoing hazardous weather, the weather radio broadcast cycle has been shortened. Here are the latest weather conditions at 3 p.m. At Little Rock. Light rain was falling. The temperature was 75 degrees. At North Little Rock, the temperature was 73, dew point 67. The wind was southwesting to 21. The barometer was 29.69 inches and falling. The flash flood watch continues for a portion of southeast Arkansas, including the following areas: Arkansas, Bradley, Deshay, Drew, and Lincoln. From 6 p.m. this evening through late tonight, thunderstorms, capable of producing heavy rainfall, are expected to affect the region overnight. 2 to 4 inches of rainfall are possible during the overnight hours. This heavy rainfall will contribute to a flooding potential overnight. A flash flood watch means that conditions may develop that led to flash flooding. Flash flooding is a very dangerous situation. You should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued. A weather advisory is in effect for the following counties in Arkansas. Arkansas, Jefferson, Lone Oak, Prairie, and White. Wind advisory in effect from noon today to 10 p.m. this evening. The National Weather Service in Lee, which is in effect from evening. Areas affected: much of the Mississippi River Delta in eastern Arkansas. Timing: this afternoon and evening. Winds: sustained winds will range from 25 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Impacts: strong crosswinds will make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Loose patio furniture or other outdoor objects will be susceptible to high winds. Tree damage may occur. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 40, effective until 10 p.m.
And that's a particularly dangerous situation, Tornado Watch. And we got one active tornado warning that has been issued by the National Weather Service in Tulsa, Oklahoma, has issued a tornado warning for southern Madison County and northwestern Arkansas, northern Franklin County and west central Arkansas, northeastern Crawford County and northwestern Arkansas, southeastern Washington County and northwestern Arkansas till 5 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:10 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm with strong low-level rotation that can produce a tornado at any time was located near Mountainburg, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado and $half size hail. Source: radar indicated rotation. Impact: flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. The locations enter in the path or near the path include Mountainburg, Chester, and Boston. This includes the following highways: Interstate 40 in Arkansas between mile markers 13 and 18. Interstate 49 between mile markers 22 and 43. Precautionary preparedness actions: take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a third building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. And we got a brand new mesoscale discussion that has just came in here. I'm going to pop that open. Retry stuff. There's a bug with the current update with the current Windows 10 spring update, and so yeah.
8 p.m.
But So they're continuing that tornado warning. Local on the
Currently in our area, 78 degrees under fair skies.
Tornado confirmed. So they have updated that. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to miss that. Exit out of that. We've got a tornado confirmed, so I'm just waiting for the radar to catch up here and drop into the so let's see here. They're talking about a confirmed tornado that has been observed. So here you go. So this is now a TORR or TOR-C, like I sometimes like to call it. A tornado warning remains in effect until 5 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time for southern Madison, northwestern Franklin, in northeastern Crawford and southeastern Washington counties. At 4:17 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a confirmed tornado was located over Lake Fort Smith, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard: radar confirmed tornado. Source: radar or flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations in or near the path include Mountainburg, Georgetown, and Lake Fort Smith. This includes the Interstate 49 between mile markers 30 and 43. Precautionary preparedness actions. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. I'm going to do the sketch pad right here, so I can see that right there. Going to the correlation coefficient and see what that looks like, because we may have two because we do still have this mesoscale discussion, or not mesoscale, but a meso, and it's at a 13, so I can't really see the debris right now from the radar. Waiting on a actual warning for the area that I'm monitoring.
Visibility to 3 miles. The temperature was 69 degrees at North Little Rock.
You know what, I'm going to mute that and go to the Weather Channel.
In Arkansas, and we do expect that there are going to be many more like this as we go through the afternoon. Once again, that circulation just off the east of 71 and Mountainburg right now. Now I'm going to take you back down into parts of Texas and Oklahoma. We're seeing a lot of storms firing along the dry line into these areas, and they're now getting into the Metroplex. There's a warning that is south of Fort Worth. That's Johnson County under warning. Heads up in Cleburne for damaging wind and hail coming your way. Then another warning here that does include the northwest side of Fort Worth, looking out for 60-mile-per-hour wind and damaging wind, a 60-mile-per-hour wind and also very large hail. And that's coming towards that 820 area, northwest side of the metro. We can sort of time this out. It's sort of elongated, and as we take that farther to the southwest and off to the northeast there, you see it's going to be moving towards Fort Worth and Hicks Airfield at about 425, Hazlet 429, and Roanoke at about 440. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind and large hail threat
Wind
there.
advisory in
Looking at the
effect from noon
possibility
today
of
to
very
10
large
p.m.
hail
this evening.
just south of Atoka in Oklahoma. Look at that core that is showing up right in there. That's going to be moving to the east of Route 75 there. Then in northeast Oklahoma, Nowata County under warning until 4:30, and we're also looking at some warnings. Now, not very far away from Kansas City. We can zoom down and get a better look at where these are headed. And you can see that these storms are gradually going to work their way into the Kansas City metro area. Certainly could be some large hail damaging wind and maybe even a tornado coming your way. We'll have more on this coming up in just a few minutes. Let's get up to Ron Blome. He is in Little Rock in Arkansas. And Ron, I've got some scattered storms there in Arkansas. We can hope that that reduces the instability somewhat. Sometimes that will be the case. But you've got a very strong shear across much of the state going well into the evening, and along with that, a pretty serious tornado threat.
That's correct. I mean, it's feeling a little cooler here. We had one shower. That area around Mountainburg, though, is of concern. Mountainburg is a very tight community. A lot of buildings right along the highway there that runs through the mountains, going further to the north. And then there's a big state park there with a lot of campers on a weekend like that in RVs, and then further up Winslow, leading towards Fayetteville. This track seems to be going into the mountains and all that. But I'm just seeing that storm there, Carl. Do we have more to fear from those dry line storms coming out of Texas and Oklahoma than these convection showers that are popping up around us right now?
Well, that's a good question, Ron. I mean, what's interesting is that the strongest storms right now are on the dry line. They are farther to the west, the big, long line of storms farther to the west here. That's where most of the activity is. But when you look at the low-level wind shear, it is actually stronger as you get farther to the east. So even though these storms are not as strong in Arkansas right now, there's more low-level wind shear in this area. So where storms do get strong enough, which has been the case near Fort Smith, we expect that there are going to be some rotating storms showing up there. All right, let's get back out to Ron now.
Well, and also we're looking at some pretty strong radar reports coming out of the Russellville area, moving to the north. Also, the storms that continue to move east of Little Rock and downtown Little Rock area could be getting some pretty significant weather within the next hour. Our coverage continues here of this storm system here on the Weather Channel. Stay with us.
Metastatic breast cancer is relentless, but I'm relentless too. MBC doesn't take a day off, and neither will I. And I treat my MBC with new Everyday Verzenio, the only one of its kind that can be taken every day.
In fact, Verzenio is a CDK4 and 6 inhibitor for postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC, approved with hormonal therapy as an everyday treatment for a relentless disease. Verzenio plus an AI is proven to help women have significantly more time without disease progression, and more than half of women saw their tumors shrink versus an AI. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, and may cause dehydration or infection. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Serious liver problems can occur. Symptoms may include tiredness, loss of appetite, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising more easily than normal. Blood clots that can lead to death have also occurred. Talk to your doctor right away if you notice pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, or rapid breathing or heart rate. Tell your doctor if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or plan to become pregnant. Common side effects include nausea, infections, low red and white blood cells and platelets, decreased appetite, headache, abdominal pain, tiredness, vomiting, and hair thinning or loss.
I'm relentless, and my doctor and I choose to treat my MBC with Verzenio.
Be relentless.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
Post-race meals are not the end of the race. It's just the start of the next one. At the table with Carrie, we set our goals. My name is Christina Ramirez. I eat Stouffer's lasagna, and I hunger to redefine what's possible. Stouffer's, what are you hungry for?
How clean do you feel after going to the bathroom? Let's ask the experts.
I feel as clean as a little white tiny kitten.
That's because only Cottonelle has clean ripple texture, designed to clean better. How, Cottonelle, do you feel?
Lower carbs. Lower calories. Higher expectations. The light beer we've been waiting for has arrived. Introducing Corona Premier.
So you'll be here to help protect my car?
State Farm will be here.
Okay. What about here?
Yep. Nice. My screen didn't crack.
My goodness.
Obviously.
Here?
I don't think so.
Awesome.
That wasn't my fault.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Long John Silver's is putting burgers on notice with our hand-battered and fried to perfection Alaskan whitefish sandwich, fries, Cinnampuffs, and a drink for just $5. And there's nothing little burgers can do about it. Is there, burgers? As people who love the outdoors, we know what we stand for. At Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we stand together for you. Come in today for great deals during the Outdoor Escape Sale.
You take care of business. Let Office Depot Office Max take care of you. And this week only at Office Depot Office Max, HP ink is buy one, get one for 30% off. Plus, never run out of ink with an Office Depot ink and toner subscription at officedepot.com/ink.
Closed captioning brought to you by VSP Individual Vision Plans.
Look, Grandpa.
Wow, what a monster.
No, it's you.
You can get coverage on your own through VSP Individual Vision Plans. See better. For life, for less.
Dangerous storms on the move this Friday. So dangerous, our severe weather expert Dr. Greg Forbes is boosting the Torcon for tornadoes.
Let's talk about what a Torcon is. Basically, it's short for Tornado Conditions Index. It's now up to 7 for places across Arkansas, including Little Rock here, and it's been one of the highest we've seen all year long.
That's right. Here is what the Torcon is. Basically, it is the chances you'll see a tornado within a 50-mile radius. In this case, a 7 would mean a 70% chance, a 3 would be a 30% chance, and so on. You just take it times 10. And sometimes, Paul, this can be city-specific or it can be regional.
Right, when regional is far more than 50 miles, but definitely we're seeing the risk for tornadoes tonight, and it's a big concern. In fact, the severe weather moving across the south is definitely a rare occurrence. In fact, we have a PDS tornado watch, a particularly dangerous situation. Joining us on the phone to talk about this is Dennis Kavanaugh from the Little Rock National Weather Service office this afternoon.
And Dennis, can you talk a little bit about what kind of impacts you're observing in terms of this line of storms right now?
Sure. Well, what we're looking at is we're still waiting for the worst of the storms to really move into Arkansas here. As you mentioned, we do have those conditions in place that will definitely support rotating thunderstorms that we call supercells. And from those supercells, we could get some pretty strong tornadoes. So that's what we'll be looking for here as those stronger storms move out of Oklahoma and into Arkansas.
And we're also potentially watching a tornado warning going on just north and west of Little Rock in the northwest corner of Arkansas. Talk about the threat that storm is posing.
Sure, yeah, that storm started off just north of Fort Smith, and then it moved northeast, and it looks like Arkansas Highway Patrol was able to confirm a tornado near Mountainburg, or in the city of Mountainburg. So that tornado warning's ongoing. We're closely watching that thunderstorm as well, and we'll be watching all the thunderstorms as they develop and move towards the state here.
And you are under a particularly dangerous situation, a PDS as we call it, which is really not that common, correct, that you would issue this kind of tornado watch?
Yeah, you're right. It's not that common that we have all those conditions come together at the same time that are favorable for supercells that produce tornadoes. At this time of day, during the peak heating hours of the day, when you get the lift and all the energy for storms and the wind shear, it's not all that common that it comes together right at the right time. So it looks like it's going to late this afternoon in through this evening, and that's why we've gone with that PDS tornado watch.
All right, thanks. It's Dennis Kavanaugh, National Weather Service office out of Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm going to head to Carl Parker now to talk more about this. And Carl, we already had, as Dennis just talked about, a confirmed tornado there in northwest Arkansas. And very mountainous terrain, difficult for people to track this if they're out there trying to track severe weather. Yeah, that's a very good point, Paul. When you're talking about mountainous terrain or a lot of trees, as we certainly see in many parts of the southeast, it's a lot harder to see what's coming. It's not the same as it is in Nebraska, and certainly we've had a dangerous storm here with debris in the air, reports of damage right now, an ongoing tornado warning in Franklin, Madison, and Washington counties. That's going until 5 p.m. It looks like we're beginning to see an inclusion here, which is to say that as this cooler air comes around the backside of the storm, it may actually be pinching off the inflow somewhat, However, there is still a threat for a tornado, and as that moves off towards the north-northeast, that's going to be coming into Brannan in the next few minutes, going into Asher, and also getting into Jepton at about 4:50. So again, we have had a confirmed tornado with this storm. Take a look at the velocity data right now. We're still seeing a broader circulation that is now near Birdville. It's a little bit tighter right in there. Let's look and see if there's any evidence of debris at this time. I'm not seeing anything that is co-located with that, but we are still seeing a circulation there. So we'll keep a close eye on that. What's happening here is we've got a lot of low-level winds here. Winds coming out of different directions, but at much different speeds from the surface and up to 5,000 feet. So you see this very strong, what we call low-level jet there, and that's why you've got this tornado threat. You see where that is, where that greatest shear is. Now compare that to where most of the storms are. They're along the dry line. So as they get farther east, they'll get closer to that greater shear, and that's when we may see more tornado warnings. And in fact, we want to go down to Chris Bruin. He's in Texarkana, where we've had some storms, Chris, so far, but nothing like what we've seen in the northwest part of the state. But certainly that could change as more of those storms that are farther west get closer, and we see more development in the eastern part of Texas.
Yeah, Carl, that's right. You know, we have seen a few thunderstorms. Nothing severe, by the way. Some sprinkles. There's some light showers around the region here from western Arkansas into northeastern Texas. But it's that line back towards Dallas that we're really going to have to watch, especially as it progresses this direction over the next several hours. That's really going to be enhanced. And unlike northwestern Arkansas, where we have that tornado warning, southeastern Arkansas, or southwestern Arkansas, I should say, is much flatter. Look at this. We had to move locations because we're starting to get ourselves in preparation of the incoming storms. We would have a way to go to safety where we were before. That was open field. It was great for the start of the show to show you the changes in the sky and things, but now we're a few hours out from the line really getting close, and this is when you really have to have your plan in place. Be sure to talk with your family. Keep in mind, we are under a particularly dangerous situation here in Arkansas. Tornado watch through 10 p.m. tonight. We'll have much more coming up on the Weather Channel.
When you're expecting a little angel, you saw it. When your little angel expects a lot from you. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Be strong. Life takes softness and strength. That's why we make Angel Soft Mega with more of the value you already love.
At Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we stand for great gear, fair prices, expert service, and memorable experiences. Come in today for great deals on great gear and our free cooking event this Saturday.
Mom and Dad got a new car with the extra third row seats. They think it's fair. They have no idea. It's not theirs. It's mine. Mine.
The new RX 350L with 3 rows for 7 passengers.
Are you excited about your baby sister coming?
Experience space for the unexpected with the Lexus RXL, part of the RX family. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
It's the biggest news ever at Olive Garden. All new big Italian classics starting at $12.99. Dishes too big to miss and too good to pass up. Feast your eyes on the biggest meatball you've ever seen. Twirl up stuffed, yes, cheese stuffed fettuccine Alfredo. Plus all the salad and breadsticks you want. All new big Italian classics starting at $12.99 for a limited time only at Olive Garden. Olive Garden catering is now easier than ever. Order online.
Liberty Mutual stood with me when this guy got a flat tire in the middle of the night.
Hold on, Dad. Liberty did what?
Yeah, Liberty Mutual 24-hour roadside assistance helped him to fix his flat so he could get home safely.
My dad says our insurance doesn't have that. Don't worry, I know what a lug wrench is, Dad. Is this a lug wrench?
Maybe. You can leave worry behind. Liberty stands with you. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Bringing my Giovanni Rana pasta to everyone in America wasn't so easy. So I made it easy for America to find me. In the refrigerated section, Giovanni Rana pasta. Share what's inside.
Your digestive system has billions of bacteria, but life can throw them off balance. Try Align, the #1 doctor-recommended probiotic with a unique strain that realigns your system. Realign yourself with Align.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and I wish I could tell you how I feel about a morning like this. And that includes a good hearty breakfast. You need something to kind of warm the whole body up and get it going. It's a great way to kick off your day.
Dogs have evolved, but their nutritional needs remain instinctual. That's why there's Purina One True Instinct, real meat #1. A different breed of natural nutrition. Purina One True Instinct. Now try new Purina One True Instinct treats.
There's something out there for you and me. And the American road is calling. So what's it gonna be? Hey, it's an amazing day. Traveling our own highway. No matter where it leads us, we can smile. 'Cause it's leading in the miles.
Welcome back to our coverage of severe weather. Confirmed tornado in northwest Arkansas, our first of the day, and hopefully we won't see too many more, but the conditions are certainly favorable for tornadoes, and in fact even strong tornadoes going into this evening. There's a look at where this happened in Mountainburg, and that is in Arkansas, northwestern Arkansas. One home has been damaged. That's what we've seen so far. There was debris showing up on the radar here moments ago. Right now, there is a tornado warning in effect for Madison and Washington counties. That's going until 5 p.m. What we're seeing in the velocity data is a much broader signature, where we were looking at a tight little rotation and also evidence of debris on the radar. Now we are seeing a broader circulation, and oftentimes you can have a broad circulation, a broad rotation in a storm without actually having a tornado. Nonetheless, a dangerous storm, and that's now moving off to the northeast. So that'll be coming into Asher, into Japton, as well as into Roxton and also into Huntsville. So just keep a close eye on that, and we will too. We'll let you know if we see that rotation tightening up once again. It's not surprising that we saw a rotating storm here, because you've got a lot of low-level wind shear. Winds are coming out of the south at the surface, feeding into the storm, and then at about a mile up, our winds are coming out of the southwest and a lot more quickly, and that wind shear, that change in wind speed and direction in the lowest levels of the atmosphere is favorable for tornadoes. So knowing that that's where the wind shear is right now, here in Arkansas, you can see this line of storms that has developed along the dry line, and they are going to be making their way farther east and getting more towards that wind shear, and so that is going to increase the risk for tornadoes as we go through the night tonight. We're seeing some stronger storms now into the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. Johnson County under warning until 5:15. You see where that is relative to Dallas. Looks like we got a brand new warning just off to the north of that. Let's take a look at the latest on that. And that is now up into Mansfield and the south side of Fort Worth. So that's Tarrant County under warning until 5:30 as that cell moves off to the northeast. That's going to come right up through the middle of the Metroplex. Also warning just off to the northwest for Parker and Tarrant counties. And another warning here getting up into Denton County as well, all looking at the possibility of large hail and damaging wind. All right, let's get out to Ron Blome. He is in Little Rock, Arkansas, and Ron, one of the big worries tonight is that as these storms come in, of course, we're going to be losing the light, and there could very well be tornado warnings after dark, and that, of course, is one of the most dangerous times to have tornado warnings.
Indeed it is, especially in Arkansas. You know, we lead the nation in per capita fatalities, and normally April's our busiest month. I was just checking on that tornado damage from up near Mountainburg that you've been talking about. I did also hear the report from state police of one home damaged. I talked to the Arkansas Department of Emergency Management. They said they have people en route, but they don't have any more information on that as well. They're, of course, up and running and monitoring the situation. Looking at the radar, we've got a little bit of a break to the southwest of Little Rock, where these storms tend to be flowing up to. So I think that's a good sign for us. Maybe rush hour won't be quite as bad as the models were suggesting early on, but of course it's still early. But then again, we're looking at that dry line, all of those severe storm warnings that are all seem to be aimed at Arkansas and aimed at Arkansas after dark. Well, that's something to consider, and I don't think we're anywhere near out of the woods. Let me just kind of pan off here. We've been watching the sky turning from different levels of darkness, kind of ugly looking out there. But as we said, to the southwest, a little bit of clearing out. So not quite what we had expected. You know, we've been in a seesaw weather pattern. A week ago today, we had 1.5 inches of rain, and then Saturday we had sleet and snow. hard to believe, and a damaging frost for a lot of the people whose fruit trees up in the northern part of the state were damaged. And then we had 86 degrees yesterday, and these blustery winds started back to the mid-70s today, and of course this threat of severe weather. And once this is through, they're talking about another freeze, perhaps a harder freeze on Sunday night, temps down in the mid-20s perhaps. And for the people who are watching their peach orchards and blueberry orchards or spreads up in the northern part of the state, it's going to be a tough weekend. But right now, it's these storms that we're trying to keep an eye on. That's the story from Little Rock. Back to Julie.
Ron, thank you. A different kind of threat out west for fast-moving wildfires there brought evacuations in parts of Oklahoma and Colorado. The newest evacuations now involving 3 towns in Dewey County, Oklahoma. Westbound Interstate 40 is closed at the town of Eric due to wildfires in Texas. And Oklahoma's governor has now declared a state of emergency for all 52 counties. So tough times there, particularly in Oklahoma right now. Taking a look at those red flag warnings extending all the way from Arizona, New Mexico, throughout much of West Texas into Oklahoma and even Kansas for that matter. This is through this evening. Here's where we have our greatest fire risk here. The extreme fire danger in brown. You see cities like El Paso and Wichita Falls included in that. Phoenix, Tucson, you're under critical fire conditions as well, and everyone in yellow is elevated. So very dry, very windy out there, very little moisture in the atmosphere. Some of those winds right now are gusting 35 to 40 here in Albuquerque, 40 to 50 in Midland. So the problem is with these kinds of winds and these conditions, anything that does start is going to spread quickly, which is something we've seen play out already in Oklahoma. This is a look at the relative humidity right now. You'll notice all this moisture kind of locked up here to the north and back out east, not getting into these fire-prone areas. Oklahoma City for you, go time is going to be between 4 and, say, 6 o'clock. That'll be your highest threat for wildfires tonight.
Managing blood sugar isn't a marathon. It's a series of smart choices. Like using Glucerna to replace one meal or snack a day. Only Glucerna has Carb Steady. Unique blends of slow-release carbs to help manage blood sugar. Every meal, every craving. It's the choices you make when managing blood sugar that are the real victories. Glucerna. Everyday progress.
More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevrolet for the first time. Trying something new can be exciting, empowering, downright exhilarating. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall.
Switch into a new Chevy now. Current competitive owners can get $5,000 below MSRP on this 2018 Equinox when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Please keep your shoes on. Stop messing with your sister. Hey, don't make me come back there.
So?
It's really good. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Customer service that goes the extra mile. Enterprise makes it easy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. You know what it's all about.
The moment you realize a good backyard party requires a good backyard.
At Lowe's, we have everything you need to create the outdoor space you've always wanted.
Get up to 18 months special financing on qualifying purchases with your Lowe's Advantage card.
On your phone, stuck down here between your seat and your console, playing a little hide and seek. Cold. Warmer. Warmer. Up. Boiling.
Jackpot. And if you've got cut rate car insurance, you could be picking up these charges yourself.
So get Allstate, where agents help keep you protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
How is Tidy Cat's Breeze changing the litter game? With smart, simple design. Anti-tracking and dehydrating pellets, plus super absorbent pads, provide outstanding odor control with simple cleanup. So number 1 goes to the bottom, and number 2 stays on top for easy scooping. Switch the pads weekly, the pellets monthly, and you're good to go. It's how Tidy's most reviewed product keeps litter as simple as it should be. So simplify your litter routine and discover the ease of Breeze today.
They say the future belongs to those who make it. And that's why some of us just can't stop thinking about
hail and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather
information.
information. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WXJ55 in Little Rock, originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in North Little Rock. The National Weather Service forecast for Central Arkansas wind advisory in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening for portions of the listening area. Today, cloudy, showers and thunderstorm rainfall possible. Highs in the upper 70s. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour in the morning, increasing to 15 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon. The chance of rain 50%. Due to ongoing hazardous weather, the weather radio broadcast cycle has been shortened. Here are the latest weather conditions at 4 p.m. At Little Rock. Light rain and fog were reported, reducing the visibility to 3 miles. The temperature was 69 degrees. At North Little Rock, the temperature was 70, dew point 67, humidity 90. The wind was south at 12 miles an hour. The barometer was 29.67 inches falling. The flash flood watch continues for a portion of southeast Arkansas, including the following areas: Arkansas, Bradley, O'Shea, Drew, and Lincoln. From 6 p.m. this evening through late tonight, thunderstorms capable of producing heavy rainfall are expected to affect the region overnight. 2 to 4 inches of rainfall are possible during the overnight hours. This heavy rainfall will contribute to a flooding potential overnight. A flash flood watch means that conditions may develop that led to flash flooding. Flash flooding is a very dangerous situation. You should monitor later forecasts. Flash flood warnings. The weather advisory is in effect for the following counties: in Arkansas, Jefferson, Lone Oak, Prairie, and White. Wind advisory in effect from noon today to 10 p.m. this evening. The National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a wind advisory, which is in effect from noon today to 10 p.m. this evening. Areas affected: much of the Mississippi River Delta in eastern Arkansas. Timing: this afternoon and evening. Winds: sustained winds will range from 25 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Impacts: strong crosswinds will make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Loose patio furniture or other outdoor objects will be susceptible to high winds. Tree damage may occur. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 40, effective until 10 p.m. This watch includes the following counties: in Arkansas, Cleburne, Conway, Faulkner, Garland, Grant, Hot Spring, Jefferson, Lone Oak, Perry, Hope, P.O.P.E. Prairie, Pulaski, Sillial. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WXJ55 in Little Rock, originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in North Little Rock. The National Weather Service forecast for Central Arkansas wind advisory in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening for portions of the listening area. Today, cloudy, windy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. Locally heavy rainfall possible. Highs in the upper 70s. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour in the morning, increasing to 15 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon. The chance of rain 50%. Due to ongoing hazardous weather, the weather radio broadcast cycle has been shortened. Here are the latest weather conditions. Reducing the visibility to 3 miles. The temperature was 69 degrees. At North Little Rock, the temperature was 70, dew point 67, humidity 90. The wind was south at 12 miles an hour. The barometer was 29.67 inches and falling. The flash flood watch continues for a portion of southeast Arkansas, including the following areas: Arkansas, Bradley, Deshea, Drew, and Lincoln. From 6 p.m. this evening through late tonight, thunderstorms capable of producing heavy rainfall are expected to affect the region overnight. 2 to 4 inches of rainfall are possible during the overnight hours. This heavy rainfall will contribute to a flooding potential overnight. A flash flood watch means that conditions may develop that led to flash flooding. Flash flooding is a very dangerous situation. You should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued. A weather advisory is in effect for the following counties in Arkansas, Jefferson, Lone Oak, Prairie, and White. Wind advisory in effect this evening. The National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a wind advisory, which is in effect from noon today to 10 p.m. this evening. Areas affected: much of the Mississippi River Delta in eastern Arkansas. Timing: this afternoon and evening. Winds: sustained winds will range from 25 to 30 miles per hour, with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Impacts: strong crosswinds will make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Loose patio furniture or other outdoor objects will be susceptible to high winds. Tree damage may occur. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 40, effective until 10 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Arkansas: Cleburne, Conway, Faulkner, Garland, Grant, Hot Spring, Jefferson, Lone Oak, Perry, Pope, P, O, P, E, Prairie, Pulaski, Saline, Van Buren, White, and Yell. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WXJ55 in Little Rock, originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in North Little Rock. The National Weather Service forecast for Central Arkansas wind advisory in effect until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening for portions of the listening area. Today, cloudy, windy. A chance of showers and thunderstorms. Locally heavy rainfall possible. Highs in the upper 70s. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour in the morning, increasing to 15 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon. The chance of rain 50%. Due to ongoing hazardous weather, the weather radio broadcast cycle has been shortened. Here are the latest weather conditions at 4 p.m. At Little Rock. Light rain and fog were reported, reducing the visibility to 3 miles. The temperature was 69 degrees. The temp 7, humidity 90. The wind was south at 12 miles an hour. The barometer was 29.67 inches and falling. The flash flood watch continues for a portion of southeast Arkansas, including the following areas: Arkansas, Bradley, Deshea, Drew, and Lincoln. From 6 p.m. this evening through late tonight, thunderstorms capable of producing heavy rainfall are expected to affect the region overnight. 2 to 4 inches of rainfall are possible during the overnight hours. This heavy rainfall will contribute to a flooding potential overnight. A flash flood watch means that conditions may develop that led to flash flooding. Flash flooding is a very dangerous situation. You should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued. A weather advisory is in effect for the following counties in Arkansas, Jefferson, Lone Oak, Prairie, and White. Wind advisory in effect from noon today to 10 p.m. this evening. The National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a wind advisory, which is in effect from
Alright guys, so it has to buffer once in a while, since there's 23 severe thunderstorm warnings and I'm not going to read 23 of them. I am just going to read the active or read severe thunderstorm warnings that get issued. Just putting some stuff up. Going to start charging more of these batteries because it looks like they're charging, but they're really dead, or they were really dead, so it's taking them a while to charge all the way. So we'll plug that in. That's going to charge. Here's one. Right now, all weather radios except for my Radio Shack 12-262 is currently off the air. So I may be only getting alerts from the 262 this weekend, as I probably won't be able to buy any more rechargeable batteries. So we got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. But I'm not going to read that. We got a cell that looks like it's moving over towards Little Rock. So, we're going to have to watch down now. There's a sector of no precipitation heading towards Little Rock. And once they finish with this light rain shower, they're going to be warming up again. And that's bad news for this instability, because they get more instability. We're going to see more severe thunderstorms and possible more storms that could produce tornadoes. Now, with that being said, my weather radio is, or the 262 is ready. If it had to go off right now, it would go off. But I wouldn't get it through C-Eddy, so I wouldn't have it, because I'm now going to try and keep a database on all the alerts that I capture on YouTube, and if I miss one, then I can just upload it. But I would have to have it on. That's why I need my HH to be on, or whenever alert comes through, or I have IEM bot open. Or something like that, and I can get it, but I'll probably only be able to record those. But whenever I can, I'll have the 262 plugged into my computer where I hear, I see or I have IEM bot open, and I'm probably going to have IEM bot open on GSP on Sunday, and I have not actually went back and checked the hazardous weather outlook, so I need to do that. TSA issues a tornado warning for Carroll and Madison County, Texas, so watch it be that one right there. So we got a cell that now has a tornado warning on it. But while I wait for that to pop up, right here it says days 2 through 7, Saturday through Thursday, Saturday, no hazardous weather is expected at this time. Sunday, severe weather and flooding possible. A strong cold front accompanied by a line of showers and thunderstorms will cross the region west to east on Sunday. Some thunderstorms may be capable of producing damaging winds, hail, and perhaps a few brief tornadoes. High rainfall rates could produce flash flooding across the area as well. So I could be seeing some flash flood warnings, maybe even some tornado warnings, and I'm probably going to see at least 2 or 3 severe thunderstorm warnings on Sunday. So, the 262 is going to be put to work, and we're going to be able to see if this thing can handle the warnings, if it'll actually activate or not. But this brand new tornado warning has popped up, so I'm going to read it off to you. It says the National Weather Service in Tulsa has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Madison County and northwestern Arkansas, eastern Carroll County, and northwestern Arkansas until 5:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 5:02 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 3 miles southeast of Forum, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated rotation. Impact: flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations in or near the path include Forum, Connor, and Coyne. I'm only reading 3. Precautionary preparedness actions: take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So radar is indicating rotation. So they're not saying anything.
Sitting tight and watching those radars and the warnings pop up. It could be the heavy rain situation as well. Dr. Ford?
Thanks, Marianne. We have a brand new tornado warning, or at least one that's been reissued from the storm that I talked about. It's that storm that's in northwest Arkansas that earlier produced a tornado in Mountainburg, Arkansas, that damaged at least 1 home. That has now moved up into Carroll and Madison counties, in between Bentonville and the Harrison County area. And is moving northeast at about 45 miles per hour. That will take it to places like Marble.
Cities like Birmingham, Alabama, you're sitting at 80 degrees right now with that sunshine, but things will really begin to take shape for you as we go through the early half of the day and then towards the later part of Saturday. So here's our outlook area for tomorrow. Again, notice it goes all the way from the Gulf Coast, clear on up and through the Ohio Valley, northern Indiana in it as well. Lots of moisture being pulled through. This sounds familiar. We have that cold front dragging across as well. While the instability may not be quite what it is today, it is available across the Gulf Coast states, but also again into the Ohio River Valley. Those low-level winds are very strong. Those upper-level winds are strong. The best dynamics, if you're talking about everything coming together, is to the north, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to see those strong thunderstorms continue. So it's going to be in a different form as it marches off to the east. So this shows it beautifully. You have Memphis overnight tonight, and there's that line, Mike, continuing to the east here during the day, midday, finally pushing into states like Alabama.
Rough stuff, that is for sure, and probably not the kind of weather farmers are hoping for 2 weeks into April. Hail coming down in this organic farm in Cannon Falls, Minnesota. That's south of Minneapolis. Rough stuff for us here. Winter storm Xanto could bring a foot of snow or more to the area. All right, so snow starting tonight in the Twin Cities really ramps up overnight tonight. Justin Michaels live for us tonight in the Twin Cities. Going to break it down for us tonight because, Justin, the worst is still to come.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's going to get really bad. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, Mike. In fact, throughout the day, we've seen a mixed bag of precipitation here. Rain on and off, sleet on and off, a little bit of wet snow on and off. Right now, just wind. And where we are is a great perspective to give you an idea of what it's going to be like later. You can see the highway system here. This is 212. That's what runs right down into Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 212 is a main thoroughfare. Of course, it's going to get you all over the area here, but also 494. That's how you get home in this part of the country. And you can see a lot of people on both of these highways. It's going to ramp up over the next couple hours, of course, as the evening commute comes. But if people are leaving work late tonight, it is not going to be lovely. We could get about 3 inches of snow tonight, 1 to 3 inches tomorrow evening, 3 to 5 during the day tomorrow. I'll tell you what, Winter Storm Xanto is going to come. And in fact, my goodness, almost on cue, here we go. We have some precipitation falling right now, Tom Nizzle. In fact, it sounds right now like it's an icy mix of some kind. I can't, well, let's see if any hits my hand right now. It just began, so you can see it bouncing off. So, yeah, Tom Nizzle, certainly it's beginning right now. I think Winter Storm Xanto has decided to come to town. Tom, into you.
Boy, Justin, right on cue. It looks like you may have some heavily rhined snow crystals or possibly even sleet there. And you make a great point about the travel. You know, the severe weather has life-threatening impacts from tornadoes and thunderstorms, but I'm outlining the blizzard warnings in 6 states now. And I want to point this out to you. The major east-west arteries across the central U.S. now closed down. I-70 in Colorado, I-80 going across Wyoming and into Ogalla, Nebraska, and I-90. Take a look at this. 70, 80, and 90 all closed down now due to these blizzard conditions across this area. That's the kind of impacts this storm is producing here. On a very large scale, you can see this moisture right here. This is the snowfall associated with Xanto, and it's going to continue over the next 12 to 24 hours. In Rapid City, 24 degrees right now. That is thunder snow occurring in eastern South Dakota. To the east of Rapid City, 13 inches of snow already. Winds are gusting pretty strong as well here.